What is up, guys? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back to the channel for another episode of Game Night with Retro. So the regular season is in the books. We did some celebrating, going 12-4 of the season, and just, by a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and some luck, we came out AFC Central Division champs, right? So we did some celebrating because that's an accomplishment, especially considering the situation where we was at. At one point we was 7-4, and like 2 or 3 games. Yeah, I think we was 7-4 and 2 games back of the Oilers at the time. So yeah, it didn't look like the division title looked very far out of reach. But hey, we just kept plugging, and we got it, right? We got it. Hard work pays off a lot of times. So, alright, so enough about that. So this is going to be our season summary. So let's go over our stats here with our players, starting with our quarterback, number 19, Bernie Kosar. He finished the season with 63% completed, 2,904 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. So, pretty good, pretty decent numbers, Also, 11 rushes for 24 yards, a 2.2 yard average, but 2 rushing touchdowns, and one of those rushing touchdowns came against the Steelers in the last game of the season, which ended up being the winning touchdown because we won 17-10, right? So, booyah, kudos to Bernie Kosar getting it done, whichever way we had to get it done, right? So, a pretty good season for Bernie. Vinny Testaverde did not see the field this year. Eric Metcalf, he was in and out of the lineup because, as you can see, he's injured right now. But he did have 80 rushes, 375 yards, and 9 touchdowns. Also, 9 catches, 156 yards, and a touchdown. Big time on the kickoffs there, 38 returns, 663 yards, a 17.4 yard average on the kickoffs. Only 2 punt returns for 11 yards, so not too much on punts, but definitely on the kickoffs there. Alright, touchdown Tommy Varnell. He had 137 rushing attempts for 670 yards and 13 touchdowns. Also had 8 catches, 102 yards. So, pretty good solid season for Tommy. Leroy Horn, not too much. He only had 5 carries for 30 yards and 1 catch for 20 yards. Did see some action on the special teams, kickoff and return, or kickoff and punt, because like I said, Metcalf was hurt a lot this year, in and out of the lineup. So Leroy Horn was just kind of here and there, Same thing for Ron Wolfley, even less so. He only had 8 rushes for 32 yards and 2 catches for 26 yards. So he did see the field just a little bit. Okay, our number 1 receiver, Michael Jackson, Thriller, right? 27 catches, 912 yards, and 9 touchdowns, a 33-yard average. And our other wide receiver, Mark Carrier, 27 catches, 986 yards, and 9 touchdowns. So both of our 2 receivers each had 9 touchdowns. 36.5 yard average for Mark Carrier there. So yeah, neither receiver went over 1,000. I was hoping we would, but they came close, right? 912 and 986. So Sean Collins, pretty good, solid numbers for playing the tight end position, right? 22 catches, 564 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Yeah, he came in and let it up, made some plays for us. Patrick Rowe, nothing. Patrick Rowe did get he did see the field, he did get he did see action, but Didn't receive any, didn't get any numbers, no stats, no catches or nothing. Brian Kitchener, tight end. Not very much because Collins, Collins is rated better, but he did have 8 catches, 138 yards, and a touchdown. Scott Galbraith, nothing. Jay Hillenberg, okay, that's our line. Let's go to the defense here. Jerry Balls had 7 sacks. Michael Dean Perry had 8 sacks. I think he was our leading sacker there. We'll see. Rob Burnett, he had nothing. No stats. He did have some, he did have a forced fumble though, so that isn't recorded here, which was big. James Jones, just 1 sack. David Brandon, 4 sacks. Mike Johnson, 6 sacks. Clay Matthews had 5 sacks. Terry Taylor had 3 interceptions for 9 yards. Everson Walls had 5 receptions for 10 yards. Harlan Barnett, 2 interceptions for 21 yards. And Stephon Moore had 3 interceptions for 30 yards returned. So, yeah, I'm going to say overall the defense played pretty good. We'll go and see what we were ranked. There's our kicker, Matt Stover's Pizza. He was 45 out of 51 on extra points and 6 out of 8 on field goals. He did get a little bit better toward the end of the season. But still no Pro Bowl. Sorry, man. You had a couple big blocks, and plus missing those extra points like that. Our punter here, Brian Hansen, 11 punts, 711 yards, a 64.6 yard average. Yeah, let's go to the leaders here. Let's see. There's Bertie Kosar. He was ranked number 5, 5th rated quarterback behind Steve Young, John Elway, Chris Miller, and Troy Aikman. So pretty good company there. And there's Joe Montana under him at number 6. So yeah, Bertie Kosar in pretty good company there. Yeah, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, let's go receiving yards per catch. There we go. Mark Carrier, 36.5 yard average, number 1 average. And there's Jackson at number 3 there, 33.8. Got it. So yeah, we don't like to dink and dunk on here, Let's go to punting. We had a number 1 punter in the league, 64 yard average, Mr. Hansen. How about sacks? Kickoff returns. There's Metcalf. He's number 24, 17.4 yard average. Yeah, wow, look at that. Deion Sanders had 71 kickoff returns. That's like out of this world for 1,891 yards, a 26 yard average. So that means they gave up that many touchdowns or scores, I guess. Well, yeah. They gave up that many scores, 71 between touchdowns and field goals. So, alrighty, I think let's go to let's see, interceptions. How about scoring? There's Emmitt Smith. Yeah, we can be up there and score it because, yeah, we kind of spread it around, right? We spread it around. Yeah, let's go to the rankings. Oh, wow. The Browns were ranked number 27 in the league on offense. As far as total yards gained, right? 4,027 yards. But let's see where we're at on defense. There we go. Number one defense in the league, right? Look at that. Didn't even give up 1,000 yards total rushing yards. The Saints were the next closest team at number 2. They gave up 1,000 more yards than we did, right? So there you go. Booyah. Cleveland Browns. This defense was playing lights out. Okay, so that wraps up our season summary for our stats. Now it's time to get the party started here with these games. So there's the playoff schedule. First up, got the Oilers and the Jets to get things started here. Yeah, I should say wild card, even not, that's a mistake Tecmo made there, the programmers. Houston Oilers get back at the Jets because the Jets did beat them the last game of the season. But yeah, Houston gets back at it, 33-16. Houston Oilers moving on to face the Miami Dolphins in the divisional round. Johnny Bailey returns for the Phoenix Cardinals. Taking on the Green Bay Packers. Whoa, the Cardinals. I'm going to say that might be an upset there. 31-28. The Cardinals move on. Cardinals move on to take on the Vikings in the divisional round. We're watching this game here. Steelers-Broncos. The winner moves on to face the Browns in the divisional round. Oh, the Broncos pull out a 1-point win, 35-34 over the Steelers. So that will be our opponent. We're going to have Broncos-Browns in the playoffs. And once again, folks. Got one more game, one more wild card game. Saints-Falcons. The winner moves on to face the Cowboys in the divisional round. Falcons 24-21. Moving on. Alright, the wild card games are in the books. There's your final scores. And the teams moving on. Let's continue. Miller back for the Dolphins. Oilers-Dolphins winner goes on to the AFC Championship game. And that is your Miami Dolphins. So Chris and Pink and Multi-Gunman, if you're still around, there's your Dolphins. People, winners, moving on to the championship. Roger Craig returns for the Vikings. Ooh, Minnesota big, 38-10. So the Vikings move on to the NFC Championship game.
So that concludes our season summary show. Thanks once again for joining me. We'll see you back here tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern for the AFC Divisional Playoff. The Cleveland Browns hosting the Denver Broncos at Cleveland Municipal Stadium. So until next time, guys, have a good one and keep it retro. And come Lord Jesus.